down to Podcast R Us for all your podcast needs. And when I say podcast needs, I mean podcast. What kind of show are you looking to host? Comedy, true crime, movie review, or how about a combination of all three? Because let's face it, no one's listening anyway. Podcast R Us. We've got more locations than employees and customers. Who cares? We're never going out of business. Podcast R Us. Come in and see us or visit us on the web and start losing money today.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up right here on govsradio.com, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Boxcast. And like my good friend Ken Pichello, he says, we on TV! And yes, indeed we are, folks. I'm your host, Don Sill, and we got a great show in store for you today. And without further ado, though, let's get to our good buddy, Benny Rizzuti. Benny, how you doing, pal?
Hey, Don, I'm doing great, man. Woo! I'm doing great. I'm ready for the weekend. I'm ready for Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up, baby.
It is Saturday night, 7 p.m. I'm streaming today. I'm streaming the show myself this time. So hopefully everyone's watching this. Yeah, hopefully I did it right. If you're watching this right now, that means I did it right. So please give me some accolades in the comment section. Give me. I want to see some likes and hearts and all that good stuff, please. But
Cool.
That means I did it correctly. So
I'm streaming right now too, but because I'm wearing Depends, so I'm wearing Depends, but I'm streaming, baby. We're both streaming tonight.
So we're both streaming, and we're doing a great job. That's why we have these smiles on our face. The smiles, right?
Hey, it's pleasurable. What can I tell you? Streaming is pleasurable.
So, Benny, how you doing, man? How's things been this week?
Things been good. It was a hectic week, working, but I am on vacation.
Wow.
I am on staycation vacation. I'm very excited about it.
Good. So now you can just relax, kick your feet up, have some fun.
Kick my feet up, yeah. And, if I could keep my wife in a wooden crate for 2 weeks or something, because she's already got a list. The list was starting last week. Oh, you should repaint the cellar doors. You should do this, do that. Everything gray. We paint everything gray.
So it's really not a vacation for you. It's just a different job.
It's a different job. No,
a new job.
I hope to get something accomplished, and I may even. There's a possibility I may go to my first open mic this week.
Oh, nice. Excellent. Well, good. Have you been working on any new material?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have. This past 3 months have been new material.
So you're going to do some COVID stuff?
No. I'll do stuff that is like, that I don't want to go anywhere stuff, and I'm afraid, my paranoia, but not, I think too much COVID jokes would be, people want to laugh.
When I say COVID, I'm talking about like just our normal life now, this COVID lifestyle.
Normal. Yeah. I'll be doing that. I'm gonna tell a few old jokes, some jokes that have been on the show. Tell a few.
Are you gonna do any roasting? No.
I wish I could.
So Benny, I want to help you out, man. This is big. If you're getting back on the horse, you're gonna do an open mic. This is great. You want to do a little bit of your act for us right now? Yeah, and I'm putting you on the spot.
Helping me out with that?
Yeah, let's go through it. Maybe we could get some notes.
I'm so unprepared. I feel like, you knew we were going to have an exam today and you didn't study. You knew the test was coming. Well, all right, I'll tell you. I'm going to do a show where it's not an open mic that all comics. It's a friend of mine who is one of the best blues singers on Long Island.
Nice.
He does this open mic.
Who's that?
Asking me. So it's an open mic, a variety open mic. So one of the things I am going to do, I'm going to come out and I used to come out and say that I was hoping some of my relatives would come out tonight and they were in the Sicilian parade and put the jacket over my head.
Right.
So
that's a Rizzuti classic. Yeah.
I can't do that. So I'll probably do. I'll probably open up and say I'll say that I went to see my uncle today. I went to visit him, and it was great. Nice to see him out, and he even had the ankle bracelet. The police removed the ankle bracelet in case of an emergency. So, and then I want to go into that I don't sing, and I know that there's a music open mic, and I don't normally sing, but last night I had a dream that Bob Dylan was my English teacher. And he's like, "Hey, Benny, I didn't like this report you wrote. You have all these commas. What are the commas? Why do you got a comma and everything? Everything's got." Last night I went, "You look at me. I can write something without commas. Johnny's in the basement mixing up the medicine. I'm on the pavement working for the government." Do something like, "Once upon a time, felt so fine. Through the bumps of time in your prime, comma, didn't you? Period."
Nice.
You like that?
I like that. The Bob Dylan bit is good. Yeah.
Thanks.
I like the Bob Dylan bit. Yeah. You gotta you have
Benny,
more to that.
Benny, you're locked in the house. I'm locked in your head. I'm wishing I was dead.
Tangled up in you.
Tangled up in you.
Very nice.
You can't play any Bob Dylan clips in between this because he'll sue the shit out of it.
Oh, I definitely can't.
Oh, Dylan sues everybody.
I could do a Dylan impersonator.
She's a good girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's my favorite part of We Are the World.
I'm Bob Dylan. Drink my booze. Now he's selling booze.
Bob Dylan selling booze?
Yeah. I forget the name of it. I have to look it up now. But
Bob Dylan booze, yeah.
But some Bob Dylan.
You know booze it has to come in a paper bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. I love him, the idea of him being a school teacher and telling you no commas, and you could work the school teaching into that. You could work this in if you want. I'll give this to you if you want this, because I'm such a comedian that I could.
You are though.
No, but here's what I'll say. I'll say you start off the bit by talking about how there's the debate of going to school. These kids go to school, don't go to school, teachers are scared, blah, blah, blah. You know what's going to end up happening? People that are fearless are going to be our teachers. What are you going to end up getting like Bob Dylan's going to be the kid's English teacher, and then you get into it. And then maybe
work it in that way. Okay.
And then maybe segue into another impression or somebody else that could be a teacher. And, maybe
all right. And maybe I'll try to find somebody more relevant.
Well, I think Bob Dylan's great.
No, Bob Dylan, but then the next person would, because to me, the next person I would do Mr. T, but a lot of people don't know who Mr. T is anymore.
We could do like Mike Tyson, because he's famous for, his misspeakings and his lisp and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if I could do the voice. I know you used to be able to do the voice.
I don't know if I could do Tyson anymore. I forget.
That was a long time ago.
Now I'm almost scared to do him because I might get canceled.
So I want to ask you this question. Is it better to be loved or feared?
That's a good question.
Come on, I don't care about that right now. All we need to do is laugh. So make sure that you watch Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up right here on GubsRadio.com.
How many times do I have to tell you? People don't respect him. They fear him. There's a big difference. You want to be somebody? Be somebody who works for a living and takes care of his family.
We on TV.
All right, let's do this. Set one. Ugh. The Keys.
Hey, everybody. Our first guest is an actor, writer, producer, photographer, graffiti artist, and now also traveling man. He is probably best known for his role as Parker Lewis in the 1990 sitcom Parker Lewis Can't Lose. But right now, he's on the road in his RV, taking a trip from coast to coast, living out the American dream. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Corin Nemec. Corin, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, just slowly growing out my facial hair one day at a time.
I dig it, man. I'm been watching you, keeping up with your kind of your diary on the road, your video diary, and also all your interviews. It looks like you're having a great time, and in a way, you kind of living out the American dream.
Oh, what a shot! Let's do it. I love that. Now this is what's up. You got to get out of the house.
Yeah, the moments where we're able to actually get together with folks and do interviews and have these these really special interactions. Those moments are great, but I'm telling you, every other moment in between has been a roller coaster of stress and
Major issues with the RV. I don't know. This might put us behind by a day or two, and I'm not sure what this is going to do budget-wise. Obviously, we'll have to figure that out with Rick's RV.
It's been, and we've been without Wi-Fi for like 6 days. So it's just been like, because we're going to the places that most people don't go, and because we haven't, because we're so on time, because there's only 3 of us doing this on the road, and we have a few guys helping us out from offsite, trying to help us out with some scheduling things now, and some guys stepping in to alleviate some of the pressure off of us, but because just the 3 of us have to do everything here, basically we're the work of 6 or 7 people,
Yeah.
and so we're not really able to showcase a lot of what we wanted to showcase in terms of the environments that we're in and all of that stuff, and we're trying to get there. We're going to have to do another go the end of the month, because the lease is we only rented the RV for a month, and that was included in the initial fundraiser, which was, it's $5,000 for this thing for a month,
Right. Yeah.
or a little bit under that, which people were like shocked at, and I was like, actually, it's $3,000 to $4,000 less than what the other RV places were quoting us. And this guy, Rick's RV in Conroe, Texas, he gave us a great deal, because we're paying $3,000 to $4,000 less. We had gone to a mainstream RV rental place, and tried to get one for a month. So,
right.
So we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go back. Maybe get a cheaper, a slightly cheaper RV from him, slightly smaller, a little bit more economically friendly, because the gas on this alone is, you can't even believe it. It's like driving.
I could imagine. Well, give us the info. Yeah, I can imagine it's got to be tricky to drive that thing. And give us the info for the GoFundMe, and we'll try to drive some traffic that way and help you out on the journey, because I think it's important what you're doing, and you're doing it at a time when it's during a crazy time, which I think is also kind of important, because we got COVID going on, we got riots and protests and aliens and super murder hornets and all kinds of craziness going. We have Hollywood cannibals. The world is upside down, and here you are. You're still going out and you're kind of seeing America for all of its glory, and I think that a lot to be said for doing that.
What this is about get shining a light, what light that we can shine on the average everyday working American in different class levels. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to nitpick, but it's where were they born? How did they grow up? What was the challenges that they faced? How did they succeed? So these are, each one of the stories is just an uplifting, story of their lives, because this is not a political thing. This is a religious thing. We're not trying to push any kind of buttons like that. All we want to do is show that every single one of us as American citizens our class, our religious background, our political bent, whatever it is, we all have a human story. We've gotten a lot of interviews with folks following on Twitter and all of that, which is really exciting because some of these folks I've been friends with on Twitter a long time, sometimes some years, just going back and forth. So to actually sit down in person and get to know one another in real life, it's a game-changing experience.
It's really cool what you're doing. I love it. To me, it's a dream of mine to do that, to kind of drive through America countryside and see all the greatness of our country. And, and it's, in this temperature of the world right now, it seems like something that, to love America and all that kind of stuff. But what are you gaining from this when you go to these towns and you talk to these people? It looks like you're having the greatest time. I see you're swimming in like the river and one thing. You're talking with the people. Yeah. You're eating different foods. You're meeting all different types of people. What are you getting out of this? What's Corin? What's it in it for you at this point?
Well, the only thing that's ever been in it for me, was taking a moment that was completely cataclysmic for me in my life in terms of, my business shutting down, the financial pressure that put on me and my family and all of that, and having to make really serious life decisions on what to do. And then at the same time, getting berated by the mainstream media about how bad and awful and backwards Americans are in this country, and creating this massive division between us, and I went to Austin. I interviewed dudes who were from the Black Lives Matter movement and all that. You won't know they are because we don't talk about that. Right. But you're going to find that person's story, which is out there and published, but they're heavily involved in that. That's their thing. But when you hear their story, and then you hear the person's story who probably isn't about, that kind of going far on the movement, but still caring about everybody's lives and everybody getting together and everybody having the equal rights and freedoms that we should have, in this country, regardless of ethnicity or a social class or whatever, Right. We all share the same freedoms, and that's the main point. But I realized there was just nothing really happening in my industry at that point, and I was just, to be honest, I was really, really just in a sad place, and I had this idea a couple of years back. It was more of a comedy type of thing of going to some of the Twitter followers that I interact with a lot that are really hilarious, and Right. going and like staying the weekend at their place and getting to know them and doing something, some stupid stuff, not jackass type of stuff, but going out, Right. going miniature golfing or drive some little racers or whatever. So, and I just thought that would be funny, and it was just on my mind. And then when all of this other stuff started happening this past couple of years, when this came up, I was like, I don't believe the narrative that they're pushing on me. And I would rather go out and disprove that narrative physically by going and sitting down with people and showing that it's okay to be close to one another. It's okay to talk and have, a genuine conversation about life and what has life been like for you, Right. And because it's about a paradigm shift. I was saying that people were asking to interview some famous people, and I was like, but what if one of those stories you heard, if you just took the exact same story and put it in Angelina Jolie's mouth or Brad Pitt's mouth or something like that, but it's the exact same story, is it suddenly more interesting?
Right.
No, it's about breaking. It's about breaking this idea that somehow people that the mainstream media tells us are important and special are more important and special.
And that's why I think it's so important what you're doing. I love what you're doing. I want everybody to support you and all that. One last thing is just about on the road during the COVID times. Is that a concern? Do you wear masks, or how are you handling it? Or What's the story with that?
I
side
go
of it?
by, yeah. We just stick with whatever the deal is in the area that we're in. If we're in an area where you got to go and put this on while you stand and wait for a table at a restaurant, and then take it down as soon as you sit down, 5 feet from where you were just standing, do that.
Tuck this in. I'm sure I can take it. That worked great, didn't it?
You know what I mean? I don't mind. And if somebody is concerned or immunocompromised and they want to get together and have an interview and they prefer us, to be wearing masks and all of, totally fine. No worries there at all. As far as my personal self, I'm not worried about it one bit for myself personally. If
Right.
other people are concerned for themselves, I'm happy to, respect that and do whatever, I can do to make them feel safe and comfortable. You know what I mean?
Awesome. Well, Corin, I love what you're doing, man. There's so many other things I would love to talk to you about, but we like the graffiti, all of those things.
Yeah, we can do it again. Yeah, we can do other chats.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you're traveling around. We want to keep you on the road, so we want people to go help fund you to pay for the RV so you can continue on with your journey. I think it's important. I think it's awesome. I love what you're doing.
Well, the one thing I did want to let people know, this money, it's like, it's not just the RV. Like, now I've been able to get, so it was just 3 of us originally. And we were doing everything, myself, Scott, and Chad, my 2 partners on this and stuff. And we're doing everything, the sketch, the shooting, the editing, the uploading, the calling, the checking, the emails, it was insanity. And so then a producing partner of mine from LA, Ben Easter Day, I'm talking to him and I'm just like having a breakdown. Like the whole, the wheels were about to fall off of this whole entire, adventure within the first week and a half, because it was just too much for 3 people to do. So he started slowly stepping in. And then a guy named Husky, who runs a podcasting studio in Missouri, stepped in to help us on some stuff. So we're starting to launch a bunch of things. We're going to have a full website launched. In fact, it launched today, Love America Tour website, which is going to consolidate everything into it.
Nice.
And then we have another young lady named Kat Newen, who has come on board to help in the scheduling and just the logistics and planning ahead in terms of the trip. So, the new fundraising, it has to go to, and we also have an editor out in LA now who's willing to come on board, and so that we can instead of us having to edit all of the actual interviews, we can shoot the interviews, upload it to the cloud. They can take care of that in LA and edit the interviews separately. And then we can focus on the rest of the experience during the travel. You know what I mean?
Right
Do
on.
some really cool kind of vignette things, get to visit, like my buddy who was the knife maker that we met.
Yeah.
Being able to like do an expose on somebody's hobby, somebody's special interest, somebody's shop, shine a light on what they're doing in life outside of the interview. And those are the kind of things that then we could then focus on and fill in all these blanks that are there between our stops. Like, it's like, where did they go? What happened? What have they been doing? And then interview. But we just don't have, we barely had the time to do that one that's just us splashing around in the water.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
we had to hustle to shoot that.
Tell
A
us how you're
producing
feeling.
partner of mine from LA, Ben
right now I'm
Easter
feeling
Day,
a little
I'm
chilly.
talking to him, and I'm
This
just like
water
having a
is
breakdown. Like
amazing,
the whole,
by the
the
way.
wheels were.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like we're out there having a relaxing time. We had to run down there, jump out, get the cameras, get all set up, and then go,
Yeah.
and then pack up all the cameras, and then get back, and then head back to. I mean, that's how fast it was. We were there
Wow.
probably like 35 minutes.
Wow. Yeah.
But it was great. It was a great place.
Yeah, it looked awesome, man. Well, God bless you, brother. All the best with your travels, my friend.
Thanks,
Keep
man.
on keeping on. We'll keep
Thanks,
tuning
Don.
in. Everybody, Love America Tour.
Love America Tour on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter. I am Corin Nemec. But the Love America Tour is a place to go.
Excellent. You broke up a little bit there. Let's see if we can get you for. Oh, there you are. Thank you, Corin Nemec. Thanks again, brother. Safe travels, my friend. Enjoy life in the RV. You rock. Keep on keeping on. Keep on trucking.
Love you, Don.
Love you too, my brother.
All right, my brother.
Peace, man. Hey, Benny, we're back, and that was Corin Nemec from the road. He's traveling coast to coast, as he was just talking about. And if people want to help him continue on, please visit his GoFundMe page. I got the information right here. And help him out. best you can. Help support the cause. He's seeing America. He's talking to real people, and he's having a blast doing it. And I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. So help him out if you get a chance, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And as you know, our good friend Charles Goonan, he moved a couple weeks ago, and he's now living in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And he's like a fish out of water over there. So he's been keeping somewhat of a video journal, and he's been sharing it with us. And he recently visited a antique store, an antique shop, if you will. And here it is. Here, check it out. Charles Goonan on the road.
People of Earth, it is I, the great Goonan, here at the Antique Mall in Pennsylvania. Antiques. This is where I go to visit my career. Let's go. Well, this one's already wearing a mask, practicing social distancing from each other. And look, for $90, you could get $20. That's a bargain, isn't it? For $140, you get $1. What a racket. This is Bing Crosby, National Pro-Am. Some sort of drink, I think. Clam-baked. $30? Just $30? Here's Bob Hope. This is Batman. Trying to let himself go. He's wearing a mask all wrong, by the way. All of this is suspect and bad. That's the Lone Ranger and his dumb brother.
Hear ye.
I'm not so sure about the truth of that title. Very racist. Charlie McCarthy. There's Charlie McCarthy again. Wow. La, 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 la. Oh, this can just be, oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Let's start a protest. Gold dust washing powder. Zook. You're guarding everything, aren't you, Darth Vader? One of these will be my ride home. This is what we really came for, isn't it? We are leaving the Crossroads Antique Mall empty-handed, but with memories.
It started on Division Ave, right inside of Gov's, a stand-up comedy contest that you're certain to love. It's got Don as the host, the Gagutsa for roasts. In its first season, Mandy Jones won the most. Switched it up a bit due to the quarantine. Now it's got interviews, skits, songs, variety. I swear I'm gonna put it in a song that I write about PUSUSU on Saturday night. We all know Benny is an Italian, but did you know that Don is an Englishman? Don't know why I'm singing about nationalities when I know that you just wanna laugh at that hilarious PUSUSU.
We're saving lives here. What's going on in social media, Gas Money?
Alicia!
Gas Money!
We got Doug here. Doug tricked out the family ride. Keep rocking, baby. That's hot. Boss. And Cindy showed Junior the importance of coloring inside the lines. You got a little Michelangelo in your hands right there, baby. And Colin took his youngin' to his first concert. I don't know, man. That is crazy. That ain't boss.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And our next guest is the one and only Nigel Fullerton. He's an actor, a comedian, good friend of the show. Nigel, welcome, man. How you been, bro?
Hey, man. How you doing? I'm good to be here. Thank you for having me on again.
Yeah, I think this is the first time you've been on the quarantine specials. You've been on the game show a number of times, but I think it's the first time we've actually had you on live on this show.
Yeah, I've been a judge, I've been a guest roaster, and now you're going to ask me a whole bunch of ridiculous questions I have nothing about.
I don't know if we're gonna get into too much ridiculous stuff, but you know, what have you been doing with the quarantine, man? I mean, it's been a long run. Now we're like in phase 4. Are you feeling like just running back into the real world again, or like?
No, why?
How are you handling it? Yeah,
why would you want to run back to the old world? I think coronavirus has turned us all into germaphobes. Remember when we used to make fun of germaphobes, and now it's like, hey, don't touch that doorknob, you might die.
Germaphones definitely had their redemption with all of this. The I told you so moments for sure.
The Chinese people had I told you so moments. Think about all those times that you used to see those Chinese people with the mask on, and you said, "Oh, they're goofy. Why are they doing this? Somebody stinks."
Exactly, man.
You know.
Yeah, I remember even when I went to Korea, I had the opportunity to go to South Korea, and I remember walking around seeing everybody with the masks on, and I was just like, wow, these people are like, what's wrong with them? You know,
you think they have a disease?
Yeah, it's
listen,
them.
I was there too. That was me when SARS came out.
Right.
These people are now trendsetters. They're innovators. Like, we should be looking toward them. They should be ruling our country right now.
So now. I assume you wear a mask everywhere. Do you have a fancy mask? Did you go out and buy like something fancy?
I have several fancy masks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's the one thing I collect. I have an Adidas mask.
Nice.
I have a mask that says "cute guy with a beard." Like I'm just like this. This is new fashion now. We're all gonna look like we're on Mortal Kombat.
I had a boring one for a while. I just bought a new one. But I don't know how safe it is, to be honest with you. It doesn't seem like it's like, what is it? What's the good ones called?
It looks like Elvis and Jailhouse Rock. What are you doing?
Yeah, and I bought this one.
That doesn't even cover your whole face.
You put it like over your head. I'll do it real quick.
Okay.
And then, so it's
oh my God, that is the worst thing ever.
I know. I was a little disappointed when I got it. It looked better on Amazon. Then I got
better on everyone else but you.
And now, but the thing is, I don't know how much this was actually protect me. I don't know if the quality.
I don't think that's N95 compatible.
Yes, it's definitely not. I think it's very thin. You can't really tell, but the quality is very thin. You could almost like see holes in there.
Oh my God, this is what you do with your stimulus payment, huh? That's what you do. I got it. Listen, it's better than that fur coat you were wearing in the summertime. What was that?
Yeah, that's my alter ego, man. I have a variety of alter egos, and that was one of my guys.
Dude, it looked like the bath mat of a sorority bathroom. Like it was really bad.
That's what happens when you get bored in the house and you're in the house bored.
Bored in the motherfucker in the house bored, and I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house bored.
Oh my God. I'm actually you rapping. I was telling somebody the other day that like I really want to see a white Wu-Tang Clan. Like I just want to see how that's gonna work. Like we get Vanilla Ice and Marky Mark together, and they do like a super group.
That could be something.
They find Snow. They get all the '90s rappers together, and they just can't call themselves a clan. That's all.
Right? Yeah, definitely not. They definitely cannot be the White Wu-Tang Clan. They would, but if they would call themselves the White Wu.
No, that wouldn't work.
That might be something. It's the White Wu. I think I would be, if I was in a White Wu, I would be the Method. I would be their Method Man. That's right.
A worser name would be call it Crackers.
And it's me, Marky Mark, Vanilla Ice, Snow. Yeah, we got a whole crew going now. And then who else? Eminem wouldn't join us.
Eminem definitely wouldn't join you guys.
He wouldn't join us. He would not.
You guys are way too white for him. You got to wear like a Jordan sweatsuit to really understand what he's doing.
But
are we boring everybody with all this white rapper talk? Like, is this the content that we want on Put Up, Shut Up, Stand Up?
Word to your mother.
I do see, we're in these tough times. I see the poster behind you. Spike Lee.
Yeah.
And Do the Right Thing.
Doctor, come on, what? Always do the right thing.
Phenomenal movie. I love that movie. And here we are all these years later. That movie's got to be close to 30 years old, I'd say.
The movie's 30 years old, yeah. They just had 1989, another summer.
Yeah. And here we are. Nothing's changed.
You expected it to change?
I did. You know what? Like when you do, like, take back to, 89. When that movie
89.
came.
Okay.
Now, that movie made a huge impact. And then in that time period, there was a lot of those movies coming out, right? So you had Do the Right Thing came out. Then you had the Boys in the Hood.
Who is it that's dying out here on these streets every night? Y'all.
Yeah.
Young brothers like yourselves.
What am I supposed to do? Fool roll up, try to smoke me? I'm gonna shoot the motherfucker if he don't kill me first.
You're doing exactly what they want you to do. You have to think, young brother, about your future.
All those kind of movies came out around the same time period, early 90s.
Right.
And they started to bring awareness to race issues. And they started to, I think.
I got you, but you're missing one point. You think that racists watch black movies. The only black movies that racists watch are Medea's.
That's it. I'm calling the police.
I ain't scared no popo. Call the popo, ho. Call the popo, ho.
So racists
they find her hilarious.
Really? So they're huge Tyler Perry fans.
Hey man, she linked up with Larry the Cable Guy, and good clean Negro for them,
But I was hoping, man, like I felt like there's been times throughout my lifetime anyway, that there has been hope, to get past all of this. And but it just seems that every time we take 2 steps forward, we take leaps backwards, and here we are all over again, man. It's kind of sad,
I mean, it's always been there. If you look at, like, let's say all the marching and stuff that's been going on, right? And then you look at the counter protesting that's been going on. If you really analyze it and look at it, this is the same argument that they had in the 60s. And it's more comes from fear. And I've been saying this to everybody. It's a fear. Because basically everybody's like, I don't want them to mess up my yard. I don't want them to mess up my neighborhood. And it's not really that. They're really just trying to get awareness and like get you to listen to them. And instead of listening, you just want to be like, oh no, you guys are looters and vandalizers. And it's bad rhetoric. If you just listen to us and say, hey, you guys matter. We're not saying we're better. We just want you to know that we matter. And we want you to just say, hey, if we really are trying to be united, back us up.
Right. Yeah.
That's all.
I would think, and I said this a couple weeks ago on another episode. I was talking to Sheila Smiley, great comedian, but I said the same thing, and I'll ask you this too. Like, I think most rational-minded people, the majority of human beings in America, right, would agree that Black Lives Matter, that we're all equal, right, and I think that that there's been some degree of like a hijack of Antifa or whatever has come in.
Who is that?
It's a group that's funded by like
what's really
Soros.
Funny? You know what's really funny? No black person knows who Antifa is.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody understands what they like. I only hear Antifa from like white people on Facebook and Fox News.
Antifa.
It's not it's
a conspiracy theory all the time. I don't understand. Like, why?
I think there's something to it, whether they're called Antifa or what they're called. But I think that they've taken the
just because they give it a black name doesn't mean that they're black.
Right. Exactly. No.
it's like Aunt Jemima. I've been black all my life. I've never met a woman named Jemima.
Yeah. But I just think that do you think that sometimes the message is getting muffled underneath the chaos?
I mean, yes. What happens is, like, a lot of times there's so many different voices and so many different people saying things and so many, like, you just really have to get like the basic message. They just want you to say, hey, we matter. We're not saying that we're better. We're not saying you're worse. Like I was telling people the other day, you can like be pro Black Lives Matter and pro police. Like you can be two things at once. You can't just like, it's not something that's like, we want the police to do the right thing.
Doctor?
Come on, what?
Always do the right thing.
We need that. Like, but we don't want to, while they're in doing their job, we don't want to die. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
my father's a cop. So I understand that completely. I understand from both sides where I see it as like, again, it's a fear. They fear not being able to go home to their wife or their children. And this black person fears that not being able to go to their wife, their children, or whoever, their family.
Right.
And that's really what it is. When it boils down to it, it's that fear. And we just need to eradicate that. This is too heavy for your show, sir.
Well,
this is way too heavy for your show.
No, but it's good to address it. So, like, because to me,
I gotta be the black spurt for every Gov's radio show.
Well, the one last thing I want to ask you about this was your dad being a cop and all that. Did he ever give you advice on how to deal with police if you ever pulled over or any of that kind of stuff?
I mean, not really. My dad joined. He joined late in life. So like he was almost 40 when he got in. He was like late 30s. He worked like he always had like a city job. He always was part of that. But what happened was when I started driving, he would give me those PBA cards and stuff like that, just to say, hey, if you ever get pulled over, this is what you need. But I never really got that talk, but I didn't really need it because it's a thing that I'm aware of already. Because it happens to all of my friends, it happens to everybody I know. It's like, you get pulled over for anything because you look suspicious. It's like if I go into a store, right? If I go into a store, you and I go into a store, right? You go one way, I go the other way.
Right.
It's 75% chance that they're going to be looking at me more than they're going to be looking at you because they believe that, oh, in their mind, black people steal, or, oh, he looks suspicious, or, oh, I'm going to, and it could be further from the truth. To be honest with you, I worked in retail. The most people that stole were old white ladies. Like, they like clipped it. It was like a whole team of Winona riders one day, and they were just, putting stuff in their bag. But that's not to say that crime is mutually exclusive.
Right.
Like I Googled the statistics. Like I looked it up one day and I was like, they keep talking about black on black crime. Let me find out what the statistics are for black on black crime. So I went and Googled. I went to the FBI. It was a government website, and it wasn't updated. Like the last time they updated was probably 2016. So take this with a grain of salt. But when I looked at white on white crime versus black on black crime or crime against any other race, to be honest, the white on white crime was higher than the black on black crime. And we're not saying murders, we're just saying crime.
Right, just crime.
So like, and what that means is if you live in a town with all white people, or if you live in a town with all black people, 9 times out of 10, the crime that's going to happen is somebody that's the same race as you. It's not going to be like somebody that's a different race. So it's like you can go and say black on black crime, or how come you guys don't do this when you kill your others? But like since 2016, we've had how many multiple mass shootings?
Right, yeah.
And where are the All Lives Matter people for that?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Where are the Blue Lives Matter when a cop gets shot? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's always and I'm spitting facts. I'm sorry.
No, that's good.
It's always a result. It's always a result of when somebody says Black Lives Matter.
Right.
And it's funny to me, and I had this thought today, and this is probably the last time I'll talk about this, but I had this thought today, and we were talking about rap. There's a rapper named T.I., right?
Yep.
T.I. came on the scene. He was new. And you know what he said he was? He said he was the king of the South.
Yep.
Why? Because nobody else said they were the king of the South. People challenged him, but till today, he's still, 20 years later, the king of the South. Why? Because he said so.
Hey, I'm the king below the Mason-Dixon line, king of the South. I speak for all of the Southern people.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep. And that's the same thing with like saying that this is like, things change. And I say that all to say this, like things change. You can be a free thinker. You don't have to think one-dimensionally. You don't have to say, oh, this is this and that's that. You have a right to think what you want to think, but we all have to be able to be okay with each other, and we all have to navigate, the same thing that you say to me. I can't, our relationship has to be cool. We can't just like, I'm just going to say this to this guy because he's, because it's a word and I can say this word. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
it's
yeah.
like people want to say the N-word, and like, it's just a bad way all around. I don't even want to get into all that because I feel like this is too deep for your show. This is supposed to be a stand-up show. We're talking politics and race and stuff like that. They don't want to hear this from me. They want to hear jokes.
Well, how can you spin everything we talked about? How do you spin that into comedy?
Oh, I lost 50 pounds recently. And I basically did that from marching for Black Lives Matter. Every time something racist happens, I lose an extra 5 pounds.
There you go.
By the end of this year, I'll probably be Flavor Flav. You never know. But no, I mean, like, you have to find a way to cope with this. You have to find a way to be okay with the situation, because there's going to be bad times all the time, but you have to be able to find laughter out of a tough situation, because if you don't, you'll go crazy. Just because I make fun of it doesn't mean that I don't believe in the stuff. Like, I believe in protest. I believe that, I believe everybody should have equal rights. Like, nobody's saying that one side is better than the other. We just want to be equal. We just want to be fair. And I think that's the message that nobody really puts out, that we just want it fair.
Right. And rightfully so, man. Rightfully so.
Doctor?
Come on, what?
Always do the right thing.
But we'll switch gears a little bit. We'll talk about, I know you have...
Away from all this heavy stuff. You're gonna have people picking in governor's radio station. No, don't put that black guy on no more.
That's great.
Especially now that they got a big old plexiglass around the place. It looks like a museum.
Have you been in there yet? Have you performed or seen it?
I've seen the pictures. I haven't been in yet. I will be going in there soon. I haven't been in there yet, but every time I see it, I just go, I don't know how comedians can perform like that, and I want to know how much spit is on that plexiglass.
They got to be somebody to wipe that down constantly.
It's got to be like the spit of Joey Cola or Chris Roach. Like, it's something nasty on there, man. And I wouldn't want to see that. Like,
they have to have the kid who cleans up the basketball court, have one of those
Or
guys.
they can have Mario Bosco. Mario Bosco could come in with a squeegee. He could be the Sandman for, like, governor's.
The Sandman.
He already has a bow tie. He might as well. He could tap dance. He looks like a marionette. Might as well, right?
I think you got something going. I think they should do that no matter what. Have Mario.
You're gonna get me banned from governors for making fun of.
I'm a real boy.
Well, now it's that time, Nigel Fullerton.
Okay. Right.
It is time, because you are an actor.
Yes.
And I only play one on TV.
Okay.
It is time for Zoom Theater. Are you ready for Zoom Theater?
I'm ready for Zoom Theater. I'm kind of like, I was waiting for you to get something. You had to get the first buddy cop movie. I think this is the first interracial buddy cop movie ever.
It is, and that's why I'm going to get in some kind of character here.
You look like Dom DeLuise in an Italian movie. It's Dom DeLuise as the Godfather.
I do. That's the sad thing, is I do. All right. So this is my character.
Right.
So we're gonna do this thing. Let me get my script handy. You got your stuff all handy?
Yeah, man. I'm here, man. Reggie Hammond. That's right.
All right. Are you ready? So here we go.
Can we tell people what this is from first before we do it, or we're just gonna?
This is sure. You want to go ahead and introduce the scene, or I can?
All right. Yeah. Well, this is a scene from one of my favorite movies. 48 Hours, starring, you're going to be the role of Nick Nolte, and I'm going to be Eddie Murphy. I just didn't want people to hear me do a voice and just look at me like I'm nuts. Like, hey, why is he talking with that? Like, was he on a set of Good Times? Like, why is he?
Good Times.
All
right. Are you ready? So I'm
ready.
I'm getting into character now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So here we go with the scene from 48 Hours. Here we go. Let's start it up. This prison gives out $400 suits.
Hey, what are you talking about? This suit's mine. It costs $900.
We're supposed to be after a killer, not a string of hookers.
Listen, it may be out of date. You know, I got a reputation for looking real sharp with the ladies. We could change this for something good. You know, get you looking sharp for some pussy.
I don't need to hear your jive. I already got a department to take care of.
You got a girl? Shit, the generosity of women never ceases to amaze me. Hey, no way. Take the bracelets off. No deal, man.
You just don't get it, do you, Reggie? There isn't any deal. I own your ass.
There's no way to start a partnership.
Get this. We ain't partners, we ain't brothers, and we ain't friends. I'm putting you down and keeping you down until Gans is locked up or dead. And if
Shit,
Gans...
I'm already sorry, man. Sorry.
Hold on, let me think.
Sorry. I got into it, man. I was about to hit you with a trash can because you said that. I was really in the moment.
There you go.
This is Reggie Hammond.
I'm picking up from.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You just go into say that no way to start a partnership.
This is no way to start a partnership.
Get this. We ain't partners, we ain't brothers, and we ain't friends. And I'm putting you down and keeping you down until Gans is locked up or dead. And if Gans gets away, you're gonna be sorry you ever met me.
And shit, I'm already sorry, man.
And scene. Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad we put that one and not the one where he calls me a jive N-word. Because that would be real awkward after we just had that whole talk about Black Lives Matter and then all of a sudden this happens.
I tell you, I was going through the scenes because I wanted to see which ones, you know, that would be good for me and you, because I love 48 Hours, and I thought it would be fun to do that with you. And then I'm looking at some of the scenes, and I'm like, wow, times have kind of changed in the years of what, you know, like.
We ain't brothers, we ain't partners, and we ain't friends. Now, if Gans gets away with my money, you're gonna be sorry you ever met me.
I'm already sorry.
I have this movie on DVD. Like, I know the movie inside and out.
It's a great movie.
There's a new chef in town. His name's Reggie Hammond. Y'all be cool. Right on.
Y'all be cool now.
Yeah, and that was Eddie Murphy's first movie. You know,
man.
So.
Well, look, Hoss. You start running a respectable business, and I won't have to come in here and hassle you every night. You know what I mean? There's a new sheriff in town. And his name is Reggie Hammond. Y'all be cool. Right on.
Great job on Zoom Theater, Nigel Fullerton.
Even though, like, you got me real riled up. Like, I was really about to fight you. I'm even still speaking like Eddie Murphy. In the morning, I'm probably gonna make some waffles. Come on, Shrek. Great. Come on, Shrek. Yeah, we're gonna sit up and tell some manly stories.
That could be our next scene. We could do another time.
We did that.
We could do a scene from Shrek. I'll be Shrek. That's next one. We'll do another one.
You had to take the movie where they're talking about watermelons and spear chuckers. We're gonna do Shrek, man. It's family friendly.
Yeah,
no one's mad at a green ogre and a donkey.
We'll definitely do Shrek next. That's a great idea.
Definitely.
And feel free to use this on your reel.
I definitely will.
Yeah, my permission to use it. Yeah,
I'm gonna put this on my Instagram as soon as possible. Me making fun of Shrek.
Well, Nigel, what do you got coming up, man? So everyone who's watching this can check you out and see you in the flesh.
Well, definitely. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @NigelFullerton_. I also have a show on Facebook. It's a Facebook Live show called The Jump Cut, where we review movies every week. Every week, they still put out movies, surprising enough, on Netflix and video on demand and a whole bunch of other things. So definitely, if you guys want to check it out, it's The Jump Cut on Facebook. So.
Well, Nigel, I appreciate you. Check him out, everybody, on The Jump Cut. It's a really good podcast. He breaks it down, him and his partner. What's your partner's name on that show?
Steve May. We don't talk about race or politics on the show.
It's just
so whatever you saw from here definitely doesn't happen.
Well, thanks, bro. I appreciate it, and we'll be talking to you soon. Nigel Fullerton, everybody.
Hey, Tony Walker here. GovsRadio.com, lots of great shows here. Put Up, Stand Up, or Shut Up with Don Sill, Knockington Comedy Radio Show, Three's Company. Oh, so many great shows here at GovsRadio.com. Keep it locked there.
Hey, Benny, how you doing? We're back.
Yeah, fun. I'm having a lot of fun, man. I'm having a great time.
So, last week, if you watch the top 5 by Professor Fedora, he said his number one thing was that he had a special announcement that he wants to make.
Yeah, right.
So, Professor Fedora, I'm going to let Professor Fedora explain it for himself. So here, check it out, and then we'll discuss.
Cool.
Und hello, Dr. Fedora here again. Und you're probably wondering why I'm standing in all the snow. And I'm wondering why the same thing. And we started off the show with me going over things that are going on during times of Corona. And I'm going around the world to go ahead and find places that don't have any Corona. And as you can see, here in Antarctica, there's no Corona. And I'm going to try to find someplace warmer for next time. And if you want to go ahead, find some place with no Corona, you can go ahead and check out Antarctica. Let's take care now.
All right, Benny. Well, there you have it. Professor Fedora is in the Antarctica right now. He's traveling the world. What do you think about that?
I think that is cool in more ways than one. That is cool.
Yeah.
Good for him. You know, he's a professor. I guess he has to go study somewhere.
Yeah.
He has
I wish him all the best, and I'm sure he'll send us, updates of where he is, just like Goonan's doing. And so his
cool.
journey's all around the world. But that leaves us with a void here of the top 5s. I mean, who else do you think we can get to do top 5s and take the place of Professor Fedora?
I don't know. I'm thinking of my Italian friend, my Sicilian friend there. Maybe he's a 5. We could ask Alfredo Gagoots if he wants to do a top 5.
The Gagoots would be great.
We'll ask him. That's a possibility.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah.
And there's a few people who have been guests if they're
Yeah, I mean,
we can fill in a spot. It doesn't have to be a top 5. Maybe we could get somebody to do a different segment.
Yeah, I'm always open for segments, but I did like the top 5. And
all right, I'll talk to Alfredo.
Yeah, talk to Alfredo, or and if Alfredo needs my people to talk to his people, we could maybe work it out.
All right, yeah, maybe we can work it out. Maybe maybe we have to give him some fresh goat cheese or something. Homemade ravioli. I don't know.
There you go.
Alfredo Gagoots, he loves the youths.
Well, I do want to talk about another thing. Have you watched the interview Donald Trump did on Fox News a couple of days ago?
I did.
Where he talks about his cognitive skills and his memory, and how he remembers person, woman, man, camera, TV, because he's a genius and he always remembers it in that order.
He got a high mark in that. He got the hugest grade that anybody ever got.
It's the best you could do, and he is a genius.
Yeah, and in that order, you get more points if you do it in the same order.
Let's test your cognitive.
I would need. All right.
Do you know it?
Woman, man, cat, TV, surfboard.
It's like a memory question. It's like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV. So they say person, woman, man, camera, TV. Could you repeat that?
Person, woman, man, camera.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV. That's very good.
Person, woman, cameraman.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Person, wait.
So they say person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Person, woman, man. Cheez-Its.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV. So I said,
Person, woman, man, camera.
you repeat that. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. So I said,
Man, person, woman, grab her by the pussy?
extra points, extra points.
Person, woman. Hold on a minute.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV. So I said,
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
that's very good. Extra points, extra points. Get it in order, you get extra points.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Good. Extra points. 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes later, they say, can you do that again? You know, if you repeat them out of order, not as good. Nope, extra point.
Amish, Mennonite, Quaker, camera, TV.
They say, how did you do that? They say, that's amazing. I said, yeah, because I have like a good memory, because I'm cognitively there. Cognitively there. Cognitively there. Cognitively. That's amazing. Cognitively there. Cognitively there. It's actually not that easy, but for me it was easy, because go back to that question.
Person, woman, man, camera,
TV. So they say
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Could you repeat that?
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
So I said, yeah.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
That's amazing.
Like,
Person, camera, pornography, satisfaction.
Hey everyone, it's comedian Wendy Liebman, and is that broccoli in my teeth? No, it can't be. I don't eat broccoli. I'm here to tell you to make sure you watch the show Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up. It's on every Saturday night at 7, and you can watch it in 3 places. It's on Govs Radio, Facebook Live, and Boxcast. Every Saturday night at 7. What else do you have to do?
all right, Benny, that's our show for today. Another fun one in the books, my friend.
What a show, what a show, what a show.
And just one last time, what were the 5 words from Trump?
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
You did, see?
Yeah, all right.
I think you're right there with Trump, man. Because not everybody could remember, like us regular people, we can't remember, person, woman, man, camera, TV. If we were to say it like and remember it over and over again, that would make us all geniuses. Like if I was just to say, person, woman, man, camera, TV, like really just like easily, I would be a genius.
When I go to that open mic Wednesday, that's the first thing when people say, hey, Benny, how you doing? I'm going to say person, woman, man, camera, TV. That's probably how I'm going to open the show. I'm probably going to open my set with person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Exactly. And they'll all be amazed that you were able to remember it in order. In order,
too. You get more points.
Yeah, you get more points if you say person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Yeah. Get
Very
more
good.
points and 5% off on your next purchase of Tylenol 650 milligrams. Shit, what the hell? He's going to make me curse that man.
Well, Benny, I want you to have a great rest of your weekend, my friend. And as always, you're awesome.
No, you're awesome.
You're awesome.
You are the awesomest awesome of Awesomeville.
Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.
So long, everyone. Thank you all for watching.
Peace.